Hi guys, this is Zilla and welcome back to another amazing adventure with World of Tanks. Today I'm going to talk about this little doodad right here. This is the Skoda T24. In 1941, the Germans found a nasty surprise in the KV-1 and the T-34. So they rapidly put out an order to copy the T-34. There were lots of designs submitted for this, and of course in the end of the day the Panther was chosen, but the Czechs got in on it too. After all, if the Nazis are going to be throwing money around, companies in Czechoslovakia like the Skoda, which was occupied by Germany, would want in on some of that. So they designed this in response to the T-34. It is a design only. It was never actually built. No prototype was ever actually built. This was a concept, so to speak, and maybe it was because they weren't German, or maybe it was because it didn't meet their design specifications, or whatever reason the Nazis gave. They said that this was outdated at the time of its design, and maybe it's because they knew man had already produced plans for the Panther and they were planning to go in that direction. Regardless, in the game this is actually a pretty good medium tank. It's got a good 75mm gun with good penetration. It's very mobile. It's somewhat zippy. Its turret rotation is very fast. It's accurate. So overall this is a pretty darn good tank. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this into a game and we're going to see what we can do with the Czech Skoda T24, Tier 5 Czechoslovakian tank. Okay? And I'll talk to you when we get in there. Alright. Okay, we got ourselves into a match on Murovanka. And I'm going to go into the Enchanted Forest over here on the right. It's called the Enchanted Forest because, as I said before, tanks go in there and disappear. But we're going to see what we got going on here. We got a pretty solid team, mostly Tier 5 team. Yeah, I mean, it is a pretty map. I like it. Some people don't. We're getting ready to start this game and get her going. Get her done. So we'll start out by moving over to the right and hopefully not crashing into everybody. That Chaffee is moving along fairly quickly, and then he gets banged into that other heavy tank there. And as you can see, this thing zips along pretty darn well. And my goal is to get into some dead ground and spot and then take my shots. Pretty maneuverable. This is a paper tank again. It was never actually built. No prototype was actually built. So we don't know exactly what the performance of this tank would have been in real life. But in this game, it does very, very well. For me, anyway. So I'm going to come over to this little hovel over here. And I'm going to peek and poke around. I'm going to get in. I'm behind that building. And I'm just going to scooch on through the yard. I'm going to come up here through the bush, go through the fence, and I've been spotted. So I'm going to take a shot. And we do some pretty decent damage with this gun. At this tier, anyway. Its reload isn't bad either. It's not zippy, but it's pretty darn good. It's very accurate. The reticle closes down fairly quickly. I've got no shot on that Panzer IV over there. I'm using the folds in the ground. I'm using the reverse of the slope. But that does not protect me from artillery. There's that Panzer IV. I'm going to take a shot again. I hit him in the side. But he's moving into cover. He's going to get there before my shot does. A little bit of a lag issue that I'm having. that tank destroyer is peeking and poking around. And I'm not going to get him. But let's see if I can take out that tank destroyer over there. Maybe I can get him. Nope. Okay, somebody else got him. And our team is just pretty much face rolling these guys over here on the western side of the map. We killed 3 in a row. They pulled 2 back. And on this side, we're just dominating. It doesn't seem like they sent a whole lot of people over here. We'll take a shot at this. I think that's either a Wolverine, Achilles, or a Hellcat. And I'm going to take my shot at that. It doesn't look like a Hellcat. It looks more like a M10 tank destroyer type. So I'm going to take a shot here. I get hit by artillery, and I take him out. So I'm going to back it on up. I'm still getting hit by artillery and other tanks that are shooting at me. And yeah, you don't have a whole lot of armor on this tank, but I did my part. So we're going to jump to somebody else and see what they're doing in this game. And I'm going to jump on this E25. I have an E25. These things are fun if your lag's not bad. They're extremely fast. They're extremely small and extremely overpowered, as anyone will tell you that plays this game. And this guy actually ends up doing a fairly good job in this map. So he's going to get up here into position on this little tank destroyer, and he's just going to start wailing on these guys with his 75mm gun. He's just, look at this. This is sick and wrong. He's just sitting there out in the open, just ripping onto these guys. And this game is pretty much over. Yeah. But this thing is, again, it's extremely zippy. It's extremely small. Its camo value is extraordinarily high. It's very lightly armored. But you gotta hit it first, and I mean, this thing is just wow. And there's another one for him. That leaves only 3 tanks left on the enemy team. And this is just, they were taking school. Now watch what he does. He baits the artillery into firing. The artillery fires, then he gets up there and boom. He just, that's not even fair, dude. That's just sick and cruelty to artillery. That's what that is. But if you ever come across artillery like that in the game, what you do is you try to get them to bait them into shooting and wasting a shot, because it takes them forever to reload. And this T24-85M over here on the enemy team didn't actually have a bad game, but now he's running for his life. He's hiding. He's doing the only thing he really can do, and that is to try and get into a position where he can take out some of our tanks. And you know, he did the best he could, but he was just swamped. There's just no way. So that's the T24 Czechoslovakian medium tank. I died, but I did my job. And let's see how we did on team score here. Okay. Get 3rd place mastery badge. I did get sharpshooter. I got some mission done. I got a free health kit. I was in the lower half of our team as far as score goes. That E25 did a marvelous job. He really did. And I actually made a profit. So, yeah. The T24 Tier 5 Czechoslovakian tank. Try it out, you guys. If you can get down that tech tree, I think you'll find it's very, very worth it. In the meantime, you guys be good to each other and have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.